everybody, welcome back to burntchurch. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a overcast, kind of cool day here, but it's time for it to be cool. It's done way over in November, and we need some cool weather. We're going to try to find us a hog to butcher. I meant to go today to the sale barn, but I got too busy here working and didn't get time to go. If anybody's in the West Tennessee area and you have around a couple 200 pound hog, 250, leave me a comment. It might be that we could get together and I could buy it from you. Anybody that's new here, this mount is for our subscribers. Just leave us a comment of what country or what state you're in, and we'll put a pin on this mount for you. It's just to see how far out in the world burntchurch is reaching here on YouTube. And we've had a lot of new ones, a whole lot of new ones. And I thank God for every one of you. It's just been a blessing to me to see how many people has sent comments to get on this mount. So I sure do thank you. Who is that over there in the background? You're new here. Hit that subscribe button and send me a comment to get on this mount. Look what my buddy Terry gave us. He gave us 4 storm windows here. And they're in pretty good shape. Some of them got a little bit of overspray on them. We've got 2 of them that size there. Let's see what size that is. That's about a 32 by 4 foot. I think I'll use these here on the barn. I've got some old-timey windows for up top to use, to put some hinges on to swing them in and out. But I'm going to use these in other places around here because we're not going to have any electricity in this barn. So we're going to need quite a few windows to let the light in. So I sure do thank you, Terry. If you happen to be watching, I sure do appreciate it. Oh yeah, he gave us this thing here too. Now I'm not a hoarder. My wife says I'm a hoarder, but I'm not. I want you to look at this big outfit. Well, I don't know how it works. It spreads out somehow or another. There we go. That's a big tripod. He told me he had a tripod, and I'm needing one for filming. The one I've got is just junk. I've screwed wooden blocks on it and stuff to hold my phone, and he told me, he said, I've got a tripod that I'll give you. He said it's a big heavy one, and he brought it to me. I can't use it filming, but I've got some ideas for it. He gave me one idea about setting it up in the garden and extending it out and putting a sprinkler up top. And that may be something that we'll use this for in the future, but we'll find some use for it. If not, I'll find somebody else that wants it. I thought what we'd do today is I'll show you a little bit that we've got done here with the barn, and we might take a walk out here to the equipment we've got set up out here. We've been logging a little bit back here. We might take a walk back there and look at some of that. These other 2 storm windows are just a little bit smaller. They're a 30 by 3 foot, so they're about a foot smaller than those others. But they're in good shape. Most of them's got the screen in them. I think there's one over there that the screen's been tore out of. I think my wife's just joking whenever she says that I'm a hoarder. But I do. I pick up a lot of things that I don't need. And a lot of times we wind up giving them away to somebody else or taking them to the dump. So a lot of times somebody gets some more use out of it by me saving it. That's the new addition to the homestead here. If you know what it is, put it down in the comments. My wife has named it Wild Wilda. We had 3 of them, but this was the only one that made it. I'm starting to have some plans coming together here as I'm working on the barn. I'll show you one over here. Right here under the stairs, this little section right here. I think I'm going to floor this and box that in and put a door on there. And I can keep my feed inside there locked up. Maybe mouse proof it to where the mice and the squirrels can't get in there and get my corn, chicken feed or whatever. I believe that'll work out good under there. Right here's what the siding looks like on the wall. That's pine, yellow pine siding. Now down there at the bottom, the pieces running crossways, that's what Roger told me about. That's that locust that we saw in the video just a few days ago. If you hadn't seen that video, go check it out. I think it's called Milling Locust for the Off-Grid Barn, I think's the name of the video. Right here is going down this side. And you can see I've got the locust down here at the bottom. I believe that'll keep us off the ground with the pine. Like I said before, that pine, as long as you've got it up here off the ground, it'll last pretty much forever. You don't have to really do much of anything to it. A lot of people will spray it with diesel and black oil, but you don't even really have to do that. I've got some old chicken buildings up here that's got some pine and oak siding on it that I never done anything to, and they've been there 30 years. The only place that they've rotted is right down there at the ground. We'll walk out here now and see a little bit of where we're logging at. I know I talk about prepping and preparing a lot on this channel. If you're a prepper or consider yourself a prepper, leave me a comment. I'm just wondering how many people watches this channel that are preppers or consider themselves preppers. We've got some pretty good trees right here drug up already. I've been learning to drive the skidder. I've never drove a skidder. This is the first one I've ever drove. All the logging that we've done in the past, I started out with horses and mules some, and most of my logging has been with a tractor. Most of the time, we started out with a little 3000 Ford tractor, and then we bought a Polaris back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I drove it a lot. It was a big old tractor, 4-wheel drive, but you couldn't turn that thing around in a 100-acre field. So we finally got rid of it, and we've wound up with this Ford 4-wheel drive, and that's what we've logged with for years. So we got this, and now I'm learning to drive it. We've got quite a few. These here are white oak logs. That one right there, that's not much. It'll make some 4x6s. This one here, it'll make some 4x6s. And that one right there, we'll probably take it to what they call the stave mill. It's the next county over here. You can sell real good white oak logs. They pay you more for them than what you can saw and get out of them. This right here is a long white oak. Look how long this thing is. It just keeps going. That writing on it, there was a veneer man came and walked over this timber, and he wrote on the trees which ones he might want. So that means he wants this one 12 foot long. Let's step this off and see how long this white oak is. It's a big one. You can kind of see there. I'm gonna start right here at the end of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's about 39 feet. Just right at 40 feet to right there. And that's still big enough right there to almost make 2 cross ties. I wish we had 100 acres just solid with this kind of timber. Cause that's some real good timber there. I hear sound like some military helicopters. I hope everybody's doing what they can to prepare to put back some food and to have something to purify your water with. If worse comes to worse, if you have food and water, you can make it through a lot of situations. And I hope to see everybody that watches this channel. I hope to see everybody do well and be prepared to be able to take care of your family and yourselves. And I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.